Awesome. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Central Junior High Band Concert. We are thrilled to have you all here tonight to celebrate our incredible young musicians' hard work, talent, and dedication. Thank you for joining us for this special evening of music. Before we begin, we have just a couple of reminders to help ensure everyone enjoys the performance. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and any other devices that might disrupt the music. If you need to step out during the concert, perhaps with a restless or crying child, the exit door is on my left, your right side of the auditorium. And I want to take a moment and say welcome again, and my name is Tyler Weaver. I'm one of the directors here at Central Junior High. Before we get started with the jazz band portion of this concert, I want to take a moment and recognize several students who earned a spot in the Region 7 Junior High All-Region Jazz Band. When I first moved to Springdale 5 years ago, there was very little participation in the All-Region Jazz Band. This year, however, we had the largest amount of students audition ever, and we are incredibly proud of those who went and earned a spot. So representing Central Junior High will be Tristan Lee and Mason Peterson on alto saxophone. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We have Noah Iglesias, who earned first chair on tenor saxophone. We have Anthony Morin and Andres Zuniga in the trumpet section. There is Eli Ruby and Micah Thomas in the trombone section. And there is Josh Martin on the piano. All right, students in the jazz band volunteer their time after school on Thursdays to participate, and I feel so fortunate to work with such dedicated and talented young musicians. Tonight we will be performing just one piece for you, Nutcracker Swing. Following this performance, there will be a quick setup change as we transition to the concert band, and we hope you enjoy our opening piece, Nutcracker Swing.
Hey, take your chair.
Hello again. The group you see up in front of you now is the Central Junior High Concert Band, and we are going to be opening their portion of the concert with a fun piece called Fanfare Noel, and we hope you enjoy. Earlier in this semester, our head director, Mrs. Elena Atkins, and her husband, Dylan, welcomed their first child, Walker Atkins, who was born back in November, and we are very happy to share that both Mrs. Atkins and baby Walker are doing very well. Mrs. Atkins is currently out on maternity leave and will return later this spring. In her absence, we have been incredibly fortunate to have Mrs. Jan Bozeman step in to fill the role. Mrs. Bozeman is a retired director who taught an impressive over 30 years between Southwest Junior High, Central Junior High, HAR-BER High School, and some other school districts. She is an exceptional teacher, and we could not have asked for a better person to support us during this time. Mrs. Bozeman will be conducting our next piece, and please join me in giving her a warm welcome and enjoy our performance of Frosty the Snowman. concert band will feature one more piece before we move to our next group, the Symphonic Band. And our final piece tonight is entitled The Simple Gifts of Christmas, and we hope that you enjoy our final piece. All right, the group in front of you now is the Central Junior High Symphonic Band, and we hope that you enjoy our first piece, A Joyous Christmas. A few weeks ago, the second portion of our new building opened, and we were able to access our 2 brand new band rooms for the first time. These spaces are truly incredible, equipped with top-of-the-line technology and resources designed to support the success of our students. During the transition from the old building to the first phase of the new construction, our CTE teachers genuinely allowed us to use one of their shops. And while the space provided to us had plenty of room and met the needs at the time, I think I can speak for everyone when I say that we were more than ready to move into our dedicated new space. There are countless challenges and meticulous planning that go into a project of this magnitude, and I want to take a moment and thank our administration, construction teams, and our incredible team of directors for their hard work, vision, and patience throughout this process. Thanks to their efforts, we now have an amazing space to inspire learning and creativity for years to come. Our second piece tonight is going to be conducted by Mrs. Bozeman as well, and here is Jingle Bell Rock. We are so excited to share that our partners, Palin Music Center and Save Music Company, have pop-up shops in the PAC lobby tonight, offering Christmas accessories, music books, general accessories, and step-up instruments. In the Springdale Schools band programs, students are required to be performing on an intermediate line instrument by the end of their 9th grade year to help ensure high levels of excellence in the band program. Please make any effort to stop by and visit our program company partners, and we look forward to seeing you there. Before we move on to our final piece, there are several thank yous that I would like to say. First, I would like to thank all of my co-directors, Mrs. Atkins, Mrs. Bozeman, Mr. Ford, Mr. Morris, Mrs. Huffman, Mr. Alonzo, Mrs. Vinzand, and Ms. Spires. I am incredibly grateful to work alongside such wonderful teachers and even better people. I would like to thank our administration at Central Junior High, Dr. Lofton, Mrs. Hensey, and Mrs. Schleif for their support. I would also like to thank Damon Donnell, Director of Student Services, Dr. Cleveland, Superintendent of Springdale Public Schools, the entire central office staff, and the school board for their support of our programs. We are truly lucky to be a part of a district that has this much support for the fine arts. We have one more piece for you in this portion of the concert, and then we will have one more transition for the Wind Symphony. Thank you so much again for coming out tonight, and we hope you enjoy our final piece, A Christmas Spectacular.
Again, thank you so much for being patient and sitting here and allowing us set changes. The group in front of you is the Wind Symphony, and they meet every day, and it has been my privilege to spend time with them. They've come out of shock in about the last 3 weeks, and we're moving right along. We're going to open our program tonight with one of my personal favorites, Sleigh Ride. I first came to Springdale in 1992, and the going Christmas song at that point from Mr. Combs and Mr. Ed Abbott was the Christmas song. And so in their memory, we have chosen to play the Christmas song for you. And I'm betting that several of you in this audience have played it more than one time under those directors. So without further ado, the Christmas song. these guys are just such a joy to work with. Once they got used to 90 minutes sitting in our chairs with bug eyes and ready to go, and then some crazy old woman up there telling them what to do, we started making a lot of progress, and I'm so proud of them. And for those of you who have been in our bands for years and years and years, thank you very much for leaving and allowing your kids to continue this heritage. When Mr. Ford and I first came to HAR-BER, I guess it was 20 years ago, it seems like just yesterday, but we were here, and at that point we started teaching from the bottom to the top of the program. Everybody was involved with the beginners, everybody was at the junior highs, and we all showed up at the high school to have lots of marching fun. And the thing that set this program apart was the fact that it was all hands on deck all of the time. With that being said, I have had the privilege of working with one of the finest young men ever. Mr. Weaver has taken up slack. He's done all the administrative duties for our program because I can't do computers. And he's been so helpful, and as you can tell, he's a heck of a teacher because our kids, the low brass section that he has produced for all of our bands is wonderful. And then we get to have these lovely flutes, clarinets, trumpets, and alto saxophones, and French horns, and bassoons, and bass clarinet, and contrabass. We are just so blessed here. Without further ado, I would like for you to welcome Mr. Tyler Weaver to play with us. What's the name of this song? We Need a Little Christmas. Again, thank you so very much for giving us your evening and allowing us the privilege, and it is a privilege, to spend the day teaching your young ladies and gentlemen. This final song is a new one that was in the folder when I showed up 18 days ago, and it's called Adventum, and I think it's my new favorite band piece. I told the kids we shouldn't be able to tell which one is our favorite, and nor should you be able to tell which one is our very favorite, but I'm here to spill the beans. This song has so many neat things in it. Involves percussion, woodwind choirs, brass fanfares, and if we pull it off, you'll understand tonight why it's my favorite new Christmas band arrangement. Again, thank you so very much for sharing your time and your children with us, and a very Merry Christmas to you all. If you'll give us just a second, these students in just a minute will be excused to get their things. We need to strike the stage because tomorrow is a choir concert. So if you'll be patient with us and get everything to the truck, and you may take your children. Again, we wish you a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming. Good night.
If we have HAR-BER High School band students in the house, you guys get to help. Help direct traffic mainly. Don't let them break the stuff.